Okay, folks, listen, some of you guys might have seen the video that I did with the Bang Bang chicken. That happened to have went viral. Guess what, folks? We finna do Bang Bang Salmon. Let's get down. Okay, folks, look, we finna jump right into it. I want you guys to pay attention right here. Listen, these ingredients right here are minus my honey. My honey is on its way right here. This is gonna be for the Bang Bang sauce. And then everything you see over here on this side, this is all, for like my seasoning, right? Now don't forget the full ingredient list is on my website. That's Smokin and Grillin with AB.com, and that's WITAB.com. Now, let me go ahead and just make some room. I'll just put these over here. Oh, and I hadn't said nothing yet, but obviously you guys can see. See this right here? We're gonna be doing it in the air fryer. Okay, so first thing we getting ready to do, right? Folks, we gotta get our salmon, ready. Now you can see I got like a big fillet, right? What I'm gonna do is, let me bring the camera. You guys come on in here and look right here. And if you wanna know what I do, this is a little pro tip. When you guys using these cutting boards, these plastic cutting boards, what you wanna do is put something wet down, something damp, right? So I put down a damp, dish towel. It just keeps it from moving when I put it on top of my regular cutting board, or even when it's on the counter, right? But I want you guys to see the thickness of this. We want it to be thick, right? This little piece over here, like this, I'm gonna just take this and I'm just gonna make a cut and just come right on down like this. All right, like this. If you guys pay attention, this right here is thicker. I'll just show you that part right there. So it make a difference when you're cutting it down on, for your bites. Obviously, this is thinner. So you gotta remember, in order to cook this fully, right, that's going to require a little bit more time, and the more time you put in there, this piece would have already had been done. So if you're going to use this and cube this also, you put this in, the second batch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set this over here off to the side. Right now, let's look at this. It's got a skin on the back, right? What I want to do is I want to take it and I want to cut that skin off, because I just want salmon, no skin. So I got myself like a little fillet knife. Look, it's nice and flexible. I'm gonna show you something right here. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna start this way. I just wanna get enough where I can put my fingers right here on the edge of the skin, right? So if I take it and I just start cutting like this. Now, let me bring this around so you guys can see it. You see that right there? Right? I just want to be able to have enough where I can put my hand there. I put this in here. It'll trace like the bottom of the skin, and I just go ahead and cut it straight on down. Now, let me give you a little demonstration. Press down, keep it flat on the skin. I lift up just enough to hold it, and I just run it down the side, just like this. A little bit of a saw action, right? But this is what you want to have. And then you guys will see in just 1 second, when you do that, the fillet knife does all of the work. So I can lift this up like that. Look at that. Almost got it all, but look how thin this is. Looking like some snake skin. Now, this part right here is key. A lot of times when you're cooking, you want to pat something dry, right? The reason you want to pat it dry, I know we coming on those seasoning, you guys will think like it's a little bit tacky, that works, but listen, the easier the more you get it dry, the easier it is for it to like crisp up and, cook, right? So just go ahead and get yourself one of these, paper towels, right? And then we just work it back and forth. Don't worry about that. That's just how good and how thin I got it, That's not skin, it's like the residue, So we take all of this, make sure we don't put it back down on nothing damp, right? Drop it here. Now we move on to the next step. So the next step is gonna be just breaking these down and cutting this into the cubes that we wanna have, right? I like them to be bite-sized, you know what I mean? So anywhere like 1 inch by 1 inch would be fine. So you know what, let's go ahead and do it this way first. No, I'll do it that way. Right, so 1 inch by 1 inch. I'm gonna just make this cut right here, and then I'll show you. Look at that right there. That's nice. We're gonna put that in that air fryer, and ooh, these are gonna be a nice size. Let me go ahead, I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna finish this up. And then what we're gonna do is just cut them down. You should be able to get 3 out of the width that I'm using right here. All right, so we'll start with this one. Get a third out of that, third out of that, and just tell me you wouldn't want to have one of these bites like that. Look at that. See that little fat in there? Like, ooh-wee. All right, so look, just for me to reiterate, you know, what I just said about patting it dry. The reason I want to just like make sure that we all understand that part, because again, that's what helps it get a little bit on the crispy side, right? I know we're gonna coat it with the Bang Bang sauce, and for some people, when you say that, you know, we want it to be crispy, right? This is what they say. Well, you finna put olive oil on there. I am gonna put olive oil on there. But remember, that's like frying. That's how we get things crispy there, right? But you just wanna start off with a dry product, right? So I'll do this. I'll leave it like this so everybody can see. Let me change these gloves. Let me clean this part up. And then we're getting ready to go ahead and hit it with the olive oil, you know, season it up, mix it all up and go from there. All right, so again, here we are. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that infused olive oil. This right here is garlic infused. You know, Branch and Vine makes so many different types. Garlic, what else they got? Onion, you know, which would be like the scallion. You know what I mean? There's just so many, you know what I mean? But when you start off with great products, this is how your end result be just fire, right? So I'm gonna set this over here because I'm not gonna need this no more, right? So what I'm gonna do now is, you know, just giving it some pre-thought, you're gonna wanna go ahead and just open up your seasonings. This right here is gonna be more so at the end for garnish. This is cayenne, in case you guys wanna put a little heat in there, we just add just a little bit. And then we got the garlic. Again, you guys know the full ingredient list is on my website, smokinandgrillinwithab.com. And again, that's WITAB.com. I like to keep one hand. I don't want to have oil and fish and all that on all of my products. So this is why I open it up, right? So I'm gonna use my left hand just to go ahead to make sure they all coated. Now, when you get salmon and the fillets are nice and thick like this right here, they pretty much stay together. You know what I mean? It's not gonna just break up on you, but I still like to handle everything with a little bit of finesse. We'll just say that, right? So I'm gonna start with the smoked paprika, right? So we just add a little bit. Smoked paprika, this is the one that, if you ask me, has the taste to it, right? So now I'm gonna come with my garlic. There's no particular order that you use for this right here. You know, you just want to get it all in. And then I want you to notice that I didn't even put no cayenne in there yet because I want to make sure that I got, it depends on how hot you want it to be, you know? So we close this, right? I'm gonna go ahead and give it a pinch of salt right now. You guys know I like to use kosher salt. This is like a coarse blend. To be honest with you, I need to take some of this, put it in my mortar, and then like grind it down, you know, just to get it a little bit on fine, or just buy fine, you know. But this right here works. So before I add anything else, let's get all of these out the way. All right, close that. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to put just a little bit of cayenne in my, you know, in my glove. I just want to use just like a pinch. That's it. Just a little bit more to it, right? Now I got a little bit of the residue on my hand. This all works. You know what I mean? It's on my glove. I'll set it over here. Now we're gonna go ahead and just move this around. You'll be able to see the seasoning getting in on everything. I do this one, and then I'm gonna take my gloves off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with that black pepper, all right? Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is something that I hadn't really done in the past, because everybody don't, you know, everybody has just about everybody got an air fryer, right? So I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my, you know, my air fryer, right? So I'm gonna hit the power button, you know what I mean? And then we're gonna go, I'm gonna let you know we want to have 375 degrees. I'm not, let's see. I will add some time to it. I'll just leave it like this. Just give it about, to be honest with you, just about 5 minutes, just to go ahead, just to preheat it, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead and hit the start. And this happened to be like one of the higher end, better made, you know, air fryer. So the reason I'm doing this is for everybody else, like, because now you can pick up an air fryer now for like 45, 50 bucks. They still work, but I suggest that you always go ahead and do a preheat. On this particular model right here, I don't need to do a preheat, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just to show you guys. Now, mayo, Thai, you know, this is the sweet chili sauce, and this right here is my sriracha. What I'm gonna do is make my sauce here, and this is what's gonna be the Bang Bang. Now, remember earlier I told you guys, you know what I mean? I had to like soak it. My honey, if anybody knows the answer to this, and tell me why my honey did this, like crystallizes, right? So I had to end up soaking it in water, you know, just to let it loosen up so I can get it. We're gonna use a little bit of honey, and this right here is gonna make that sauce, folks. I'm gonna tell you now, this ain't nowhere near enough to feed 4 people, because this right here will end up becoming like a meal. All right, so this is how we're gonna do this. This just cut off, we know it's nice and hot. The element inside is ready to go, right? So we're gonna let some of that's gonna come out. Now I'm just opening my tray. Let me give you guys good practice. Whenever you're using this, you know, an air fryer, it's always good practice. Even though if you look inside of there right there, that's made with the non-stick, you know, surface on there, but I still like to spray it with a little, you guys might like this, check this out. Avocado oil spray, or Pam just works good. You know what, I try to buy the avocado whenever I can. You know what I mean? I buy, you know, buy the pack of 3, right? So now we have that there, right here. Now I'm getting ready to just take these and I'm gonna set these down. Now you know which one the bottom is because it got like a little bit of the skin look on there. So I'm just setting them in there just like that. Now, I hadn't said this part right here. This is gonna be key for everybody that wants to make these. These can be made in the air fryer, obviously, right? You can do these, you can pan-sear them. If you pan-sear them, they go much, much faster. You can do these in about, I'm gonna say like 2, 3, 4 minutes. You know, just flip these around. They cook really fast. Do it in some olive oil, or you can put them in the oven, you know, and do them that way. Now, on my website, again, I got to keep saying it because a lot of people are using it, but not everybody using it, right? That's Smokin and Grillin with AB.com, and that's WITAB.com. And check this out. We done took the time to give you the instructions, whether you're going to do it in the oven, pan-sear it, or do it in the air fryer, right? Now, I'm going to ask you guys to come in here and look at it, because what I'm doing is I'm setting them down and I'm keeping it. Listen, the word air fryer, air got to move, convection, right? All of that's moving. It's really off the bottom. You see the vents right there? It's going to be getting heat, you know, everywhere, right? So you want to leave it where they're not touching and you got a little space. And that there, my friends, is what you want to have. Now, I'm going to stick this in here. Remember, 375, set it for 8 minutes. And here's another little key thing. After 4 minutes, halfway through, we're gonna take them and flip them over. While that is cooking, it only takes you a couple of seconds to make this, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just make my Bang Bang, you know, my Bang Bang sauce, right? So it's something about when you get mayo or anything all over your hand, you know what I mean? It just feels nasty, you know? So anyway, I'm gonna put this in here. We're gonna put in about a cup, you know? That wasn't it, but I'm just getting it ready. All right, now we're gonna add a half a cup of our sweet chili. This is it right here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Probably everybody and their mama likes sweet chili. You know what I mean? Yes, you know, that's part of like that sweet and savory. You know what I mean? So that's what you get out of this Bang Bang sauce. If you guys want to know why you guys like it, that's why. Right? Now we're gonna add just a little bit of sriracha. Add just a little bit of this sriracha. There we go. Then we're gonna add a couple tablespoons. Now I'm gonna come back here and direct my attention, you know, here. Right, this is how it works, 4 minutes, right? So let's go ahead and just pull these out right here, because now it's gonna be time to flip. You guys can see what they look like right there. Now, we sprayed the bottom. So here, come in here and take a look. Let me bring it over here so you guys can see it. You see this right here? I can just move, look, I just bumped it. See how nothing has stuck? Don't forget that step, folks. All right, so now we take them. Now we just flip them over. Uh-oh, that's me being heavy-handed. So we got them all flipped. I kind of like broke one, you know what I mean? Putting them in these last 4 minutes kind of like firms them up, because don't forget we got to put that Bang Bang sauce. But I'm promising you can eat them just like this right here. Okay, so we stick them in like that. Timer already got the remainder 4 minutes. It's already, the heating element is already at 375. It came back on, and I'll see you in just a minute. Now for the remainder of the 4 minutes, we're just gonna add a couple of tablespoons of this honey. Man, I don't like my honey when it crystallizes like this. You know what I mean? Again, if somebody know why it does that, please let me know. I'm gonna buy me some new fresh. You know what I mean? Not that it's not fresh. Like I only had this a little while. You know, I bought this from Costco thinking I'm getting a bargain with it. Looking at what I gotta do. Soften it up, hang it upside down, let it melt, right? So break that off, come on. All right, now we do like this. I promise you, this time I'm gonna stick it inside the cupboard, the pantry, like that, right? So we'll set this off to the side, right? I'll clean this. You guys gonna wanna get yourself a whisk, you know? Don't forget, folks, You want to clean as you go, right? So whisk, and we start making it just off the back. If you know what Bang Bang sauce look like, look at that right there. Yes, sir. Now, here go a bit of a pro tip. And we did put a little bit of cayenne in there, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna go ahead and just give it one little pinch of salt, right? We doing that for a little balance. And you knew I was coming with the fresh black crack, right? Now, it's fish. If you want to, you can lighten this up and make it like a little bit on the refreshing side. If you want to put like a little lemon juice in there. But this right here is what went viral, you know what I mean, on that chicken. So why not just put it on the salmon? Okay, so timer done. Bang Bang sauce is done. Look at that right there. Yes, sir. Now, I'm gonna bring this over here by me. Now, because don't forget, it's still fish. I'm not finna take this and just dump them. I just, gotta remember not to be heavy-handed. Boy, that reminds me, my grandma always said, man, you heavy-handed about everything. Even running tongs, when I pick it up, if it ain't all the way firm, I'll be tore it up. You know what I mean? But anyway, look at these right here. I ate one already, shared this with somebody else. I told you, they could have just went 2, but I like to get them, 8 minutes is usually about right. It depends on your air fryer. 8 to 10 minutes is probably what I'm gonna put on the recipe card. You know what I mean? But I can tell you, man, I can show you better than I can tell you. But anyway, what it does is just firms them up, that's all. And I like to keep them still nice and moist, right? So let me go ahead and take some pictures of this. Like it look right here. I'm finna cook them last few pieces. Then we're gonna go ahead and pour that Bang Bang sauce on there. So you see that right there? Say cheese. I'm getting ready to pour the Bang Bang sauce on here right now. You know what I mean? It's best that you pour it and you coat them, while they're hot, so that it won't coat them as much. But if you let them sit up, it kind of like comes down. Then we're gonna go ahead and plate them, So I'll just take them like this so you guys can see it. And we'll do it like that. Oh yeah, look. Now I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section below, how come when we do something like this, your voice change? You know what I mean? You heard the music change and it's going, right? So I got enough right here. And what I gave you is enough for you to go ahead and get yourself one of these ramekins. You can fill this up because some of the people are gonna wanna go ahead and take some and dip. You can fill up a bunch of, a few ramekins with, your excess, right? So just letting you know what it, how much it makes. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and plate them. So I'll just go ahead and grab my tongs, How come I always want to say thongs? I do not know. You guys let me know, do you guys have that same problem? You know what I mean? This is, ooh-wee. Now, one of the things you can do is you can put toothpicks in these, for your guests. It's just like not really appetizer friendly or house friendly. I'll say it like that. But you see these right here? I'm just putting them on here. I'm not gonna bore you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and just continue to hit this with this Bang Bang. Okay, folks, so listen, I finished taking these pictures. That's why you guys is here. You know what I mean? You already know we made that chicken, viral Bang Bang chicken. Now, you take a look at these. There ain't no need for me to pat myself on the back or nothing like this. This is not no new invention. You could put Bang Bang sauce on anything, right? But I'm finna go ahead. Remember I said you guys can just go ahead and put some toothpicks? These are like the bigger ones, you know what I mean? But you can just put some toothpicks in here. This will help your guests. Give them a small little paper plate, with some other little trinkets or whatever you want to put on there, and they can, eat. You know what? I feel like I'm rambling. I didn't have one of these. I didn't taste one with the Bang Bang sauce on there. But check this out, folks. Cheers, y'all. Now you guys can feel that in, and you're gonna just imagine what I was saying. These right here are always a hit. Okay, so I mean, there it is. Just super good. Fast recipes. Made them a little bit, healthy using the air fryer. You guys been asking me to make more air fryer videos. This right here is definitely a hit. And especially if you guys got kids that say they don't really like to have fish, or you gave them salmon before and they didn't really like it, give it to them like this, and I promise you they can't get enough of it. Now, with that being said, I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section below. What else would you use Bang Bang sauce on? I'd love to hear it. Let's get some suggestions. If I hadn't made it, let's go ahead and make a video out of it. Now, with that being said, listen, if you're new to my channel, let's just take this time to say, hey, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And you know what I'm about to do, folks. I'm out. Peace.